off with Justin Russo.
Hey, Terrence, how you doing?
How you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you very much. You've been really good in the preseason at driving into the teeth of the defense and getting to your short mid-range game, which it seems like a pet shot for you. Is that an area of the floor that you think you can do a lot of damage in the future as your career goes on?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I just been working on it all off season. After watching film of last year, I would get to that area a lot and kind of be indecisive on what to do, if I should shoot a floater or trying to get all the way to the rim doesn't always work. So I just, try to establish over the offseason that mid-range J, and it's been working. So I'm going to just continue to work at it and just use it when I feel it's need be.
Okay, we'll move on to Owen.
Hey, Terrence, I was wondering for the team, what's been more to try to grasp, the new offense under Ty Lue or defense? What's been the thing that maybe the team's still trying to catch up on as it goes into the regular season?
I would say both, but we've really been focusing a lot on defense, a lot on getting better, helping your guy, being at the nail, the little things on defense we've been trying to get a lot better at, and we've been focused on that, throughout the whole training camp. So, if I had to pick between the two, I'd definitely say more defense we've been focused on.
Let's move over to Andrew.
Hey, Terrence, last year you guys ran zone defense pretty often, but this year under Dan Craig, it seems like Fee was saying, the 2-3 could be more something you guys do more often. Can you just kind of contrast last year's zone with this one, the differences in what Dan wants to do?
He just wants to keep the ball, in front of us, out of the paint as much as we can. No easy layups. So that zone really, kind of protects our paint, keeps the ball hopping on the outside. So just basically trying to keep it outside of the paint. Not too much different from last year. Little things are different. 2-3 zones, a 2-3 zone at the end of the day.
Okay, let's move over to Cameron.
Hey, what's up, Terrence? What do you feel? What do you feel the team has adjusted to quicker? Is it the offensive scheme or the defensive scheme? And where are you guys most further along in?
I would say we've adjusted defensively quicker. I think last game we did a great job. Defensively, a lot of guys stepped up. You see guys learning, guys getting better at certain little things that they weren't good at the beginning of the training camp. I think we still have a little bit of ways to go offensively. And that'll come with time, games, practice, reps. It's just basketball. When you got a new coach, new players, it takes time offensively for everybody to get on the same page.
Okay, let's move over to Miriam.
Morning, Terrence. Question for you about Pat Bev. Now that you've known him for a year plus, I know he's not shy about giving youngsters advice. What's something that he's taught you, and I guess how would you describe him and his role on this team with this group?
He's been amazing. He's been amazing for me for the past, my whole rookie year. He helped me out. This year, just being aggressive defensively. Just watching him, the little things that he likes to teach us defensively, just being aggressive. Just basically not being scared of anything while you're out there. Once you got Pat Beverly on your team, he's going to anchor that. Just having him around just gives you confidence defensively just to be aggressive and active. So, his presence has been amazing.
Let's move over to Charlie.
Hey, Terrence. Wondering, what's it like for you and Fee when you get to share the court with some of your Florida State teammates?
It's amazing. It's a dream come true. All the long nights in Tallahassee that we talked about, eventually being in the NBA, being on the same court together. The other night we got a chance for that to happen with Trent Forrest on the Jazz. All three of us were out there at the same time. So it's just amazing to watch our dreams come true slowly, and just being present in it. It's awesome.
And the last question is going to go to Farbod. Go ahead, Farbod.
Hey, Terrence, I never really had the chance to ask this last year. Yesterday was the anniversary of when Kobe got his jersey retired, and I remember last year you'd posted that his book had, changed your life. Could you just talk about, how exactly did Kobe's book change your life? What was his impact on you?
Well, ever since I was little, Kobe has been my favorite player. Both Kobe and Allen Iverson share that position. But, Kobe, that book just gave me more confidence in myself. It taught me to have more confidence in myself, more confidence in my own game, and things of that nature, and just different ways to study the game on film and stuff like that. So, that book changed my life, and I always wanted to get a chance to let him know that, and I didn't get a chance to. So that's mainly what that post was about.
Thanks, Terrence. That's all I have for you today. Have a good practice. First question is going to come from Justin Russo.
Hey, Zoo, how you doing?
Good, man. You?
I'm doing all right. Thank you very much. You were one of the best rim protectors in the league last season. And now with Serge on the team, and he's obviously been one of the best rim protectors for years. What's it like having a guy like that in the locker room whose brain that you can pick and try to learn from?
It's great. He's one of the, even before the league, I watched a lot of OKC when he was in OKC and was a big fan. And now it's just great. He was one of the dudes that been doing it for the last 10 years. And to have him on the team and listen to him, watch him talk about it, helped me. And, he's always ready. He's always giving advices every day, trying to help around with everything, and it's been really great so far. And hopefully, it's gonna I can pick his brain for the whole season even more, and I can improve that aspect of my game even more.
Okay, let's move over to Andrew.
Zoo, you guys knew this would be a really abbreviated start to training camp. You know, you didn't have those pickup games to get to know each other. How has it been in practice to only have a handful of practices under your belt and games before you start the regular season?
I mean, it's not like usual, you know. We no time, didn't have much time to get ready. Didn't have many practices. So I think you know, we're gonna get better throughout the season. We're gonna be getting to know each other throughout the beginning of the season, and practices been good lately, and you know, we've been doing better every day. We're practicing with a lot of energy. Everyone's playing hard in the practices. So I think I mean, we're not where we want to be yet, but we're going that way, and I think it's going to take us a few games into the season to get there, but eventually we'll be there.
Okay, we have time for one more, then we have to move on to Coach. So we'll go over to Miriam.
Hey, Zoo. Hope you're doing well. I got a Pat Bev question for you. So you've been playing with him for a couple seasons now. I know he's not shy about giving you advice and staying on you. But how do you see his role with this team this year, with this group, and then maybe any specific advice he's given you, just kind of big picture as being as far as being a pro?
I mean, Pat Beverly, his role is, you know, be a leader. He's gonna set the tone every night for us. He's gonna play the hardest, and we just gotta try to match his energy. He's gonna lead the way, and we just gotta match his energy and decide with advisors. He's always giving out some advices, and since I've been here, and it's mostly about just being a professional, you know, and he's been great at it. He's always bringing the same energy every game. He's preparing for everyone like it's the most important for every game, like it's the most important game of the season for him, and just to, you know, be around him and see how he prepares it. It's already enough.
All right, Zoo, that's all I have for you. Thank you, bro.
Thank you.
Coach Tilo will be next, you guys. So let's go ahead and raise your hands. Hey, Coach, how's it going?
Good, how you doing?
All right, let's go ahead and get started. First question is going to come from Shane Young.
Hey, Coach, hope you're doing well. I don't think – oh, pretty good. Thanks. I'm not sure if you had a chance to – or I'm not sure if anyone's asked you this, but with the new schedule type where you play the same team maybe twice in a row in the same city multiple times throughout the year, is that, from a coaching standpoint, does that give you more of a chance to look at things strategically, and do you like that format?
I do like the format. I think if you're going to play a team anyway, you might as well just stay there and, you know, play a couple of games, kind of like, you know, baseball, you know, a little bit. And with the way the world is right now today with the COVID, I think it is smart to cut down on the travel. If you're going to play these teams multiple times, like, you know, I think you should stay in the same city and play exactly how the NBA is doing it. So I don't know if there's any advantages or disadvantages, but I do like the format.
Let's move over to Andrew.
Hey, Ty, how did you, in the last couple of years, kind of come around to wanting to play more zone defense? Because it looked like in Cleveland, that was something that was, you know, not done very often, but Dan does quite a bit and has experience with in Miami. I guess, how did you have to kind of talk yourself into that, or do you feel like just the way he does it persuaded you?
We didn't look very good in our zone the other night. You know, I thought we had a good rhythm offensively and defensively, and we had to take a look at our zone, and we wasn't good at it. So we have a lot of clips that we need to show that we need to get better at. But it was our first time playing it, you know, in an actual game. So it didn't look as good. But I've always liked the zone. You know, I know in Cleveland we didn't play a lot of zone, but I think you need zone, you know, in your back pocket to disrupt guys in the game, or when guys have a good flow, or there's one play or one set that's hurting you, you can go to zone and just kind of, mix it up a little bit. And I think when you have teams that are great at, out of timeouts, throwing zone in a little bit just to, keep them off guard is very good as well. So I've always been a fan of the zone if it works or if it's done the right way. But, we're going to continue to keep working on it. But I do think it's something that we can have in our back pocket, especially with the lines we can throw on the floor. If we want to go big, just having, PG, Kawhi, Nick, Marcus, and Serge Azu on the back line. I just think we can just do some different things with it. So we got to continue to keep playing with it and getting better at it.
Okay, we have time for 2 more questions. We'll move over to Tomer.
Hey, Ty, how you doing, man?
Good. How you doing?
Good. Thank you very much for asking. I'm just curious. I know it hasn't been that long since your last coaching tenure in Cleveland, but how much has the league changed, or has it changed at all in any way since you've coached there?
It hasn't changed much. Still the 3 ball is the most important thing in the game right now. And you see last game against Utah, it took 52 threes. So teams are really making a concerted effort to just get up threes and get good quality shots at the 3-point line. So the game hasn't changed much at all. It's still doing the same thing as far as trying to play with pace. Getting to the basket, either layups or threes, and the team are doing pretty much the same thing.
All right, last question will go to Miriam.
Hey, Ty. Hope you're well.
How you doing?
I'm all right, thanks. After the game the other night, Kawhi said that Luke Kennard addressed the team in the locker room and said that he wanted to play better. Did you hear that? And sort of like, what do you make of a guy like that having that sort of accountability?
It's great, but I also told Luke, don't be as hard on himself because he hasn't played in almost a year. So, with that being said, he is a competitor. He wants to play well. And, after our first scrimmage in training camp, I just told him, be aggressive, be who you are. If you're doing too much, I'll let you know. And I doubt if I would ever say that. So, attack the basket, take your shots, create for other guys, and just be who you are. And, I told him Kawhi and PG, they need that from you. They want that from you. So don't come here trying to fit in and trying to please guys. Just play your game, and then we'll make sure we tailor your game around, our offensive foundation. So, last game, I thought that was his best game, so far, being aggressive, getting into the paint, shooting the 3, attacking. And that's what we're going to need from him all season long.
Thanks, Coach. That's all I have for you. Have a good practice.
Thank you.